Happy Halloween! Welcome to another edition of Curve Flattening Concerts. This is the special Halloween curve flattening concert we're doing today. Some of you may be out trick-or-treating and miss the concert now and come back and watch it later. Who knows? But I got some kind of Halloween songs for you, I think, today. Start out with this one here. You know, I was out on the West Coast trying to make a buck. Times got hard. I kind of went down on my luck. I got tired of roaming and bumming around. Started hitching my way back to my old hometown. I made a lot of miles the first couple days. I thought I'd be home in a week if my luck held out that way. But on the third night, I got stranded way out of town at a cold, lonely crossroads with the rain pouring down. I was hungry and I was freezing, and I caught myself a chill. And just then the lights of a big semi topped the hill. I was glad to hear them air brakes come on. And I climbed up into the cab where I knew it'd be warm. At the wheel sat a big man. He must have gone about 210. He stuck out his hand and said with a grin, "Big Joe's the name," and I told him mine. And he said the name of my rig is Phantom 309. Well, I asked him why he named his rig such a name. He said, "Son, this old Mac put them all to shame." He said, "There's not a driver on this or on any line. You see nothing but taillights from Phantom 309. Well, we rode and talked better part of the night till the lights of a truck stop came in sight. He said, "Son, this is about as far as you can go. I got to turn just on up the road." And he tossed me a dime as he pulled her in low. He said, "Go have a cup of coffee on old Big Joe." And when that truck roared off into the night, man, and nothing flat. It was clean out of sight. Well, I went inside and ordered me a cup. I said, "Big Joe's setting me up." Well, you could have heard a pin drop. It got so deadly quiet. The waiter turned all kind of white. "Did I say something wrong?" I asked with a kind of halfway grin. He said, "No, son, this just happens every now and then." Every driver in here knows Big Joe. But let me tell you what happened about 10 years ago. At that crossroads tonight where you flagged him down, there was a busload of children just coming from town. And they were right in the middle when Joe topped the hill. They would have been slaughtered Joe turned his wheel. He lost control and went into a skid. And they say he gave his life to save that bunch of kids. Out there at that crossroads was the end of the line. For Big Joe and Phantom 309. But every now and then some hitchhiker comes by. And like you, Big Joe will give him a ride. So have another cup of coffee. And hang on to that dime. Keep it as a souvenir. For Big Joe and Phantom 309. Big Joe and Phantom 309. That was written by Red Sovine, country singer. So I have to end up with a country thing going on when I sing it. Let me check the feed here. Berks, Judy Wong. Oh, God, snowy up there already. Judy's up in Massachusetts. Hey, Bunny Barnes is on time. Debbie Lipster Vasayo is here. Ann Mintz is here, my dear friend. Andreas is here from Germany. John Sprouse is here. Hi, John. And Marjorie, is Marjorie there with you? And Janice McKenzie, my lovely wife. She's been looking forward to this. Hi, Tara Chica. And Andreas again. Mike Verbeck. Kate Petrella. Bob Walker. Alex, my buddy. Alex, I don't even have to ask you today because I know you're not streaming till Friday. So you guys can, you have to go cold turkey with no Alex. Margot Lemieux, my dear, your book is right there, just like it was last time. Kit Serikaku is here from Oahu. Jim Moore, hey buddy. Margot Lemieux, Marshall O, Tom Dietz, Carol Pratt. Got a note from Carol this morning. Mike has to listen later. Steve Davidson's here. Matthew Ryan, yes, thank you. Michael DeSanctis, hey Michael. Michael Tierson. Yeah, I first heard the Tom Waits version, but then I went back and found the Red Sovine version. They each have their charms. I think the Tom Waits one has not aged as well as it might have. And Jay, yeah, it is like a little bit like bringing Mary home for truck drivers. Okay, I gotta get back to work here. So next up, Halloween notes. So some days I've been lucky to amass a bunch of nice guitars. Hi Charlotte, hi Alan. Over the years, and you may see me play various ones. Man, I'm having a terrible hair day anymore. I just got a haircut a few days ago, and you know how it takes 3 weeks for it to become a good haircut. So when you see me playing this Prue, this sunburst, small-bodied Raleigh Brown model, it means I'm going to play some stuff that's hard to play. Because this guitar, I trust it. I can play it on it. And this one is the arrangement's actually by Bert Jansch, the great UK guitarist. He was from Scotland, but he spent a lot of his professional life in England. and not to mention LA and everywhere else you can think of. And a few years ago, I had the privilege of doing a DVD on Bert's guitar style, and this was, I think this might have been the hardest song on the DVD. I think this might have been the last one. And so it's always a battle to play it, and it's really a battle to play it and sing it. But that's exactly what I'm foolish enough to try to do. So. And I said in the teaser today that there would be a werewolf. I should have said a werefox, but I didn't want to give it away, because this song is called Reynardine, and it has a long history. There's an older version of it that's called The Mountains High or something like that. There's a line we'll get to in this song. But the original apparently was not supernatural at all. But I think the guy, his name was Cecil Sharp, who attributed these supernatural verses to it. So it ends up, there's just a couple of little things that make it sound like it's about a supernatural being, and the name Reynard, which is fox. Reynardine. The version I do is a little closer to the Anne Briggs version. Anne Briggs was a wonderful a cappella singer in England who was a big influence and good friend of Bert Jansch. And he kept it to the non-supernatural version, but she liked it the other way, and I like her way. So here's Reindeer Dying. One evening as I rambled among the spring and thyme, I overheard a young woman converse with Reindeer Dying. Her hair was black, her eyes were blue, her lips as red as wine, and he smiled as he looked upon her, did the sly old reindeer dying. She said, "Young man, please be civil, my company forsake, for in my good opinion, I believe you are a rake." "Oh no," said he, "I am no rake, brought up in Venus train, but I'm searching for concealment all from the judge's men." Her rosy cheeks, her ruby lips, they lost their former dye, and she fell into his arms then, all on the mountain high. He had not kissed her once or twice, till she came to again, and modestly she asked him, "Pray tell to me your name." "Oh no, my dear, if you look for me, perhaps you'll not be fine, but I'll be in my green castle. Pray inquire for Reynardine." By day and night she followed him, his teeth so bright did shine, and he led her over the mountain, did the sly old Reynardine. Did the sly old Reynardine. Reynardine. Let's see who else is here. Charlie Bryant. Good to see you. Bruce McNeil. Hey. Oh, Bruce McNeil's still coming up with sidemen from yesterday. There's a lot of them, buddy. Ann's there with Cliff. Lots of folks. You know how much I appreciate you people. Helps me keep my life moving forward. We're done with Drop D for today. Hey, Mike Handley. Gary Wingard, hope you're doing good out there. Don't forget, folks, it's the last day of daylight savings time. We had a monumental occurrence here in Sellersville last night. For the last year, Main Street has been closed because of a bridge that had to be repaired. Probably a year and a half. I can't remember. If Jan remembers when it started, maybe she'll post here. And last night we got the word, the Main Street Bridge is open. No more obstacle courses to get from one end of town to the other. So, you know, choosing an instrumental for Halloween, this is kind of a no-brainer. So, I might actually use a tuner to make sure it isn't as brainless as that. I think we got it. Okay. From pianist and composer William Balcom, The Graceful Ghost. Graceful Ghost by William Bolcom. What a beautiful piece of music it is. It's hard. It's even beautiful. I hate to admit it, but it's even beautifuler on the piano. Go on YouTube and look for some piano versions of it. When you can play like 10 notes at once, you know, it's got something even more special to it. So a couple announcements here. There is a PayPal and a Venmo link on this post. If you want to help out a little bit around here, somebody ought to help out a little around here. Alex Bevan, my good friend and old buddy, is taking the week to do some other stuff, but he'll be back on Friday for a 3:30 stream, and those are always a joy. I listened to yesterday's a little bit late, and he did some great stuff. He did Gordon Lightfoot's Canadian Railroad Trilogy, which is probably one of the first things I ever heard him play 50 years ago, when we first met. Cozy Sheridan and Charlie Koch on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. You can, right before that, you can watch the Kokomo Kid do his Coffee with Kokomo. And that's every day except Saturday at 10 a.m. And those concerts, like mine, are usually under a half hour, they're or right around a half hour. And I'll be back tomorrow at 10:30. So tomorrow you can have the Kokomo and Raleigh double feature, Kokomo at 10 and me at 10:30. And we'll be done with Halloween then. Although who knows, I might do. There's a couple more. Both versions of The Highwayman are good for Halloween. But I did those fairly recently, so I didn't want to do those. So for my last one today, I'm going to do one of my own songs, and it's one I wrote a long time ago about a child raised by wolves. It's ostensibly a true story. Mama died giving birth one night. No one inside to help deliver. They found no babes when they came the next day. Hungry wolves, they say, on Devil's River. Now 10 years pass, the Apache warriors say, they've seen tracks and strange footprints someday. They see tracks of young wolves at play, and of a child, so they say, on Devil's River. The white men come with their fire and guns. They're gonna catch someone on Devil's River. And in a canyon, they finally cornered their proof. They caught a young girl and drove off a wolf. Bound her hands and they took her back. They locked her up in a shack on Devil's River. Many wolves on the prowl that night. They heard her howl that night. All the cattle spooked, the cowboys watched them till dawn. When they returned, they found the wolf girl was gone. I heard this tale, mine and silver ore. Just a tale, nothing more, on Devil's River. But late last month, when the moon was full, I saw two wolves with one young girl on Devil's River. That's the story they tell in southern Texas. Well, here we are at the end of another show. Yeesh, I'm at a half hour. Sorry, folks. Hope didn't keep you too long. And spooktacular. Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Carol, Charlotte. Thanks to all you folks who checked in today. Michael, John, Dwight will catch me on the replay. He's right next door. He can catch me any old time. Thanks, everybody here. I appreciate you all. I love you. We're going through a pandemic. We're going through an election. And many of us have our own little things we're going through as well. So be kind to each other. Try to stay safe. Stay sane. Check back in tomorrow at 10:30. I'll have some more tunes for you. If you get cranky, take a nap.